We got a brake light that goes beneath the tail light or the tailgate to put on the Ram too. Then I got some new batteries for it because it just will not start every time we go to use it. We have to charge it every time, and it's been like 3 months now, and we're just about sick of it. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna pull the Dune 400 in, and we're gonna get its timing belt done. I've got all the parts at the house. They're all OEM Toyota parts. But first, we're gonna go get some teriyaki food and eat some. So, see you after that.
I can compression test and leak down test any engine that I'm going to buy.
The SOAR battery on the charger here because the battery that came with it is just a junkyard battery. And then we got the Ram running so we can get it moved in here because we got to fix the, like I said earlier, the brake switch that's on the brake pedal. And then we got a tail light that goes beneath the tailgate. And then as well we have to fix the batteries. We got to pull the old ones out of it. I got some fresh ones here. We're going to put some lugs on them so they bolt on the top of the battery with a 3/8 stud and a 1/2-inch nut. Much better in my opinion for a diesel truck. So we're going to get the SOAR fired up. We got the Ram running, and then get this moved out of here, move it in, and get that stuff done. Like the way there's just no filter. Oh, well, for skids. Alright guys, so this is what we got going on here for these batteries. There's corrosion here, so we're going to take all this off, put lugs on these, get rid of these old Napa's Legends here. I think one of them's dead celled is why it's so hard to start, but yeah, let's get into this and get all these ends changed out. that was a fail. Those batteries are way too big to fit in the stock parts, so we're gonna have to take these garbage batteries. I hate these kind of regular batteries with these posts. I can't stand these posts. All the corrosion always happens there. You know, if they were a bolt and a nut, they wouldn't corrode because they wouldn't move, and there wouldn't be an area for the corrosion to get between, or a much smaller surface area. So those batteries aren't going to work, so we're going to take them over to Napa, load test them, figure out which one is bad, because one of them has to have a dead cell, because my truck will never start up. And then I'll buy a new one for whichever one's bad, and then we'll get some military spec terminals that are a lot better than these kind. I don't know. Someone was smoking crack when they put this together. You don't pinch things in there like that and you expect a good connection. It's just ridiculous. So to Napa we go, spending money. Well, back from Napa, we got 2 new batteries because one of them was completely ruined, so the other one was supporting it, and it was like pretty much almost ruined because of that. So we got two new ones here, and we got these military spec style plugs here. Way better, you know, your stuff hangs off the sides. I mean, this is what you use on diesel trucks. All right, let's get to work. Let's get these installed. Alright, now that we got those fresh batteries installed and those nice military spec diesel/diesel battery terminals, and we put some new ends on a couple of these because they were full of corrosion. Shrink tube them. We use some shrink tube that has glue in it, so it heats up and shrinks, and the glue comes out and seals it up. Excellent for corrosion resistance. So now that we did that, we're gonna back the truck out and turn it around because we can't really open the doors. And then we'll back it back in here, and then we'll get in there and we'll place this brake light switch or the brake switch that's on the brake pedal. Alright guys, so to replace that brake thing, here it is, the box here. There we go. Nothing too crazy, just a little plunger here that works when you turn your brake lights. So we're going to get into the kick panel, you know, or the knee panel I guess you'd call beneath the column, and go pull out the old one and put this one in. The new brake light switch is installed, so now we get to move on to this. I ordered up this LED brake light here for underneath the tailgate a few weeks ago, and I've had it laid out in the toolbox. I'm sure you guys have seen it in the episodes, so it could flatten out because it came in a roll. And I just got it off Amazon. You know, you can spend $100 on them, you can spend $30 on them. I mean, I just figured this one has authentic 3M double back tape on the back of it. I've had a bunch of good reviews for lasting a long time, so we're going to go ahead and stick this on now. Awesome guys, it's kind of a different day today. You know, we needed to do some maintenance on our 2nd gen Ram, and you know, it kept running the batteries dead because the brake light switch was broken at the brake pedal, because you know, it's from 2001. It's lasted a pretty long time. We got to give it some credit for lasting that long. So we got that changed out, and then we also, before we messed with that, we got some new batteries from Napa. I went to put my heavy equipment ones in that are meant for like a little Bobcat or something, that have the 3/8 posts and the 1/2-inch bolts on top, or nuts. And that's the style I prefer, because you just have that nice lug on top, and then, you know, if you want to distribute power, you run that from there down to a little distribution block or something to distribute power to accessories like the edge thingy and the grid heater and stuff. But we couldn't fit them on there. They wouldn't fit in the Ram, so I went down to Napa and picked up a set of Legend 75s for it. One of them was completely dead celled, so it was just running on the other one, so that's probably why it was having, you know, it would run them dead, but then also it wouldn't start because one was just working off one battery. So that's pretty cool to get both new fresh batteries in there. And then I picked up some military spec / diesel terminals that you guys saw there, where the bolt goes through it and you can bolt your lugs on, which is much better than those weird ones you get from O'Reilly's where it just pinches the cable in. Don't ever use those. Those are garbage unless you're like stranded and have to get home. That's the only time I ever suggest using those garbage parts from O'Reilly's or any of these parts stores. But anyways, we got that done, so now the Ram starts super fast. It boom, starts like a new diesel. It's pretty awesome. And then we moved on to putting on that rear brake light that goes beneath the tailgate. I've always wanted one for the Ram, I just have never gotten around to sticking one on, but I tell you what, it sure looks cool without the red paint there. It looks really neat. So, but alright, we got that done today, guys, and now tomorrow we're going to drive up to Kirkland. There's a guy that's got an oil drum pallet, I guess you'd call it. You can fit 4 55-gallon drums on it, and if they leak down into it, and then it's got a drain on it, and it's like a 70-gallon reservoir, so in case a whole barrel leaks out, it'll capture it all. You're running a shop like mine, you don't want to mess around with oil, antifreeze. You know, I've had animals my whole life, and any of them they're dead. So you never want that to happen. But then as well, you know, if I ever happen to have a safety inspection or something, I gotta have my oil where it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to be kept at a shop. So we're gonna run up tomorrow and pick that up. Is kind of the point of doing this maintenance on the truck, and it really needs it for this summer. So, but we'll catch you guys in the morning for that vlog. Thanks for watching today, guys. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the upgrades we did to the Ram. And If you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook /Cougar House Garage, and then check us out on Instagram. Follow us there. We'll see you tomorrow.